Hey everybody! Nikki's back. I am so happy right now. I'm not like 100% happy, I'm like a cautiously happy. Um, okay, let me turn the screen here since this is what I'm talking about. Okay, I got this thing to make several of my orders today. So, um, not that the details of it really apply to anyone, but um, the tech I was working with at Redline, he said to, here, I'm going to pick this up. Oops. Sorry, it's on a tripod and it's banging into things. He said to loosen these two screws, which, well, they're on this color change mechanism. And then do that, and then basically, here, let me tilt it. Sorry, I'm not a great videographer. Basically tap on the side of the machine a little bit while the needle number 8 was down in the needle plate, like the little hole in there, until the needle was perfectly centered, because it was a little off center. So, I did that and then retightened the screws in the color change mechanism, and it worked. In that I stopped getting the error code 18, which means the needle, like the head doesn't know what needle it's on. So that seems to possibly have resolved itself. Now, I'm saying seems and possibly because it was kind of coming and going this whole past week. So I'm being very cautiously optimistic that hopefully it's resolved, but, you know, hold on, I got a machine's full of grease and it's all over my fingers and it's gross. Anyway, so anyway, I made, trying to think here, I made a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is due to be shipped today, so, it's already sitting over here. These little croissants, they glue shut, and then I hold them with these clothespins. So I made these. I'm gonna cover this up because it has a last name on it, but this little veterinarian badge. What else? Oh, I made this little keychain and another little keychain. So that's what, 5. Made the pen holder. Looks pretty good. So that's 6 things, and then 7, 8 that are still on this hoop. So that's at least 8 things that I made that are all acceptable enough to send to customers. So they look good. So I can't convey enough how relieved I am. So I'm gonna that was actually all the orders I had, since I had to deactivate a lot of stuff in my shop and only have ready to ship larger things. So the rest of my orders were things that are already on hand. So so that's why the machine's off right now. And then since I have stuff due today, and our mail carrier already came by, I have to drive the orders to the post office after they're packed up. So and actually I'm going to kind of work on that as I talk to you. And so anyway, so I have to do that. So I don't know how much more stitching I'm going to actually do today, but I'm very relieved, but also it doesn't change a whole lot. My plan right now is I'm still probably going to sell the machine and buy something like smaller. If I can afford a Happy brand machine, that's what I'll get, because that's what Bill Garvin recommended for what my needs are and my budget. So but otherwise, if that doesn't work out, I might end up just going back to a home machine. I looked, and the Brother PE 770, which I had previously had, that is now there's a new model, which is the PE 800, and it has a color screen instead of like a black and white one, I guess. So, and the same thing for the Brother SE400. That's now the SE625, I believe. And that one now is a color screen as well. And I've mentioned before that my mom bought that, and I still do have plans to go over to her house and film a series of tutorials for those of you who either have that machine or just want to get into embroidery, because in my opinion that's the best machine to go with, because it's a sewing embroidery combo. It has a small hoop, but if you're not sure that you're gonna like embroidery, in my opinion it would be best to spend as little as possible while still getting a quality product, and I think that's it. So anyhow, I might, get that PE 800, or if I can, get the next one up that has like a 6x10 hoop, or maybe even a 7x12. Anyway, a single needle basically. So I might do that. There's just a lot up in the air right now. It depends how much I can get for this machine, if someone will buy it. I mean, I don't like it, but if you have a technician saying it works fine, then what do I know? I don't know. Or some people might just be like, no thanks, I've seen you hate it, so I'm not gonna buy it. I don't know. We'll find out. Lots of stuff up in the air right now. And then also, coincidentally, I, did some financial stuff with my husband, and really, this is one of the downsides. I mean, despite the fact that I've been very successful on Etsy, I'm getting close to 10,000 sales on there. It's not really enough in conjunction with my husband's teaching salary to really sustain us. So that's the other thing too. So this is kind of bittersweet. Like, I was able to make stuff today, but I still know that I need to continue looking for outside employment, and this is just going to have to be a part-time gig with, being very scaled back. So with that said, even if this continues to be okay, there's still a couple other issues that need to be worked out on it. I'll still continue to make videos. It'll just be on other topics, and hopefully happier ones, because it's yeah, I don't like making like woe is me videos. Not fun. So anyhow, again, thanks to all of you for all your comments. Again, I really appreciate them a lot. It also helps me with the whole YouTube algorithm stuff. The more engagement and people viewing and commenting on and liking and subscribing my videos, that actually helps me out too. I make a real tiny amount of income from YouTube. It's definitely nothing significant, but being an artisan and married to a teacher with 3 kids, everything helps. So anyway, you're actually helping me out in numerous ways by watching the videos and commenting and all those things like that. So if that said, if you haven't already, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up if you like the video, leave a comment. I love reading those. I try to respond to them all. So I think that's about it. So thanks everyone again, and take care, and we'll talk again soon.